Hello friends, good afternoon, and I hope you guys are doing well today, and I'm also doing good. Today I'm going to demonstrate you how we can use the talent component, and that is a file component, t file input delimited. Okay, and we will pick one example as well, so that you can understand how we can create a job using file component. Okay, and definitely I'll pick one great scenario as well, and that will make a concept very clear. Okay, so let's start. So if you see here, I have one input file here. If you see, I have created one input directory, and this is the input file. So what I have given the name, the ID, name, company, city, and these things, the date of joining, right? Let's say Sam has joined, on this particular date. Okay, but if you notice this, I have put it, different date format actually, right? Here I have given 0208 to 20. Here I have given 02 August to 20. Okay, and let's check how talent behaves in these kind of scenarios. Okay, if you can understand this concept, it will be, you can understand other scenarios very well. Okay, so let's do it now. So the first thing is, before we build up we develop any job, first we create the metadata. Okay, so if you see here on the left side, we have the option for metadata. Okay, so if you see here, I go to the metadata. Now we have the file delimited, right? Delimited file. So we'll go with the option file delimited, right? And here, if I click create file delimited, right? So I have already created this. Okay, this one I created actually. So I gave the name here file customer delimited. Okay, and then I go to the next here. Here I went to this option where my file is located. So the location is this one. If I go here, stop. So this file I picked up actually, right? Same file, I got it. And as soon as I do this, we can view the data. So this is, we can view the data. So if you see here, we have the 1, Sam, ABC and all these things. So these records basically, okay, these records are basically like all the column values are comma separated. Okay, so this is the delimiter is comma here. I go to the next, and I need to pick like which field separator we are using here. It's comma, right? That's why we use this comma. Now there is one properties there, set heading row as column names. So we should always make this check, so that it will take your file metadata basically display here actually. If you see here, let me show you. So if I open this file, this column names actually, right? So actual data basically starting from here 1 2 3 4, but this particular row, okay, this is not the actual data, but this is a column names. So that's what I use this option here, set heading row, means the header is there, right, as the column names. That's what is showing ID, name and all, whatever is there in the file. Now if you select this, automatically it will come 1. Okay, it means it is taking 1 as a header, right? So if I refresh this data here, so we can see the data actually. We have 4 records there, okay, and we are viewing the 4 records. Now let's say if I want to view the data from second record, how we can do it? So what I'll do, if I want from second record, let's say I'll put 3 here. Okay, means I don't want the first record, I want to start from second record. So you see 2 3 4, right? So what I done actually, let's say I want to go for third record. It means we have to pick the 3 plus 1, that is 4. If I say 4, then it will start from 4 actually. Sorry, if you we are talking about 3 actually, right? So let's say we want to see the data from 3 on, like 3 and 4, then it will be 3 plus 1, so 4. That's what I see here, 2 records. Let's say I want to see only the data from the 4th record only. So 4 plus 1, 5. If I say 5, then it should show only 1 record, this one. Here you go. So we see only 1 record. So here, we can always check. So the concept is, whatever the record you want to see, let's say you want to you want to fetch the data from the row, actually nth row, so it should be n plus 1, right? So let's say I want the record from second. You see, means do I put, it means starting from 1. I want the records from 1 to 4. So 1 means 1 plus 1, right? So that you can understand actually how it works. Okay, and just finish it. Okay, so now the metadata is already created here. Okay, so what I did basically, normally how I do when I create a job, so I do like this. Let me delete this. Okay, let me show you for your understanding purpose. So I go to job here. Okay, now I want to create a job. Okay, I created a job data load from a file. So I created this job. So what I did, okay, no problem. Let me create a separate job for you. So let's say I create a job underscore read file, delimited file we are reading actually. Okay, and this is the job created. Now this is the basically a workspace where we want to create a job. So what I'll do, we have this file component, right? Just drag it here, and this is the delimited, right? So just we can pick tFileinputdelimited. Will come here, right? Then right click here and row means the data is basically flowing through main. So just click main, and we want to display in the console, just say log, so tlog. Also we can see some row and the reject. If I want to see some reject records, that also we can see, just put the log. So this is job basically we are ready. Now if I go to here, click it and go to its properties component, right? Since we already created the metadata at the repository, and that we leverage while building a job, so that's what is showing us repository. Okay, but the good practice is always make this built-in actually. So normally what I do for the best practice, I always create the built-in, and later if you want you can delete from here, because unnecessarily you are creating the size actually in the repository. Okay, so now if I run this job, run. Okay, so what happened here, if you see here, all the records are basically getting loaded here. If you see here, this is the records, right? These records. So 0 to 8, this one, and this one. All the records are getting loaded here. Okay. 1 second. Now, if we check the metadata here as so here if you see the date of joining, so date of joining normally it is it should be date, right? But we have taken a string, and that's what it ran successfully, and it did not leave any record for reject record, right? Now what I say, I want that we have the file. Okay, I want this to be treated as a date actually. Let's say date. Now when I run this job now, so what will happen? We will see only one record. Why? So only one record got loaded, this one, 02/08/2020, right? The date actually. The problem is basically with the date value. If you see here, it says unparsable date here, 02 August Y, this one. Okay. Now why this happened? Because let me tell you. go to the edit schema here. By default, the date format is DDMMYY. So that's what, if it sees the data in your date column for this format, it will pick up. Okay, but anything beyond this, it's not pick up actually, and that's what those records will go on reject side, right? So what we need to do, we need to put the correct format. So we see that we have the data mostly in this format. You see 0 to August. See, this is DDMMYY, right? That's what it picked up. But these three records it not pick. Why? Because of this format. So if we know the source system is sending most of the records are sending in this format, so we can change that value. Okay, so what we can say here for handling these kind of things, we have the dedicated format for that, and here we can make a change, and we can say here 1 second. Okay, so that is D, okay, and then MM and Y. So this is the format actually. Okay, if I put this and if I run this job now, it will, you see, it took these three records, right? Now it took 2nd August, but it did not take this one. Why? Because we have not mentioned this format. Okay, so whenever you are reading such kind of data, you should be having the knowledge for your data file actually, what kind of format the file is using, and accordingly you can handle this kind of date situations, right? You can come across a lot of scenarios where you will play with date column values, okay, and their format is different. How you can manage them, how you can deal with them. So you have to put the correct format of the date column, and that is very important. So this is just, I have given you one scenario, how you can understand that. Okay, I hope this is clear, right? Now let's see, we pick some other scenario, okay, and I think that we'll do in the next topic. I hope you like my video, and please subscribe my channel. Thank you guys.